Hey everyone, this is Glenn,
This is Mitchell.
and once again we are 5 minutes till launch. And today we're going to talk about River City Girls. It's a game me and Mitchell both played earlier this year, but I feel like it's worth talking about just because it was really fun. It was a really great experience.
Yeah, I've never really been a big fan of the beat 'em up genre, but this is probably the first one that I've really gotten all the way through, unless you count some games like Castle Crashers or something like that.
Right. But yeah, I mean it's really great. You know, it's funny because this is part of the River City or Kunio-kan, I believe, as it's referred to in Japan series, and kind of have to wonder like how did this even get made? But man, Wayforward, they did such an incredible job with the sprite work, just making it look very pleasant, very nice. I mean, I'm just from a personal experience, I would say this is one of the best looking sprite work games that I've seen recently.
It's just really clean. All the animations go together and they're really snappy. And there's some points where like, oh, like I got a new attack. Like, did you see that? You see what they did? I did like a backflip and then I dived and I dabbed.
Yeah, some of the attacks are crazy. But yeah, they did a fantastic job making the characters really pop on the screen. I'd also have to give a special little look at the music. Just the soundtrack as a whole is very incredible. I've been listening to it a lot recently.
Yeah, it's nice to pump you up, and it has interesting, like good sounding tracks that actually have vocals on them, which you might not
that was
expect.
surprising to me. I was not expecting any vocal tracks,
and they sound good and they loop good, and they don't get like annoying listening to them.
Yeah, and that's actually something that I do want to point out though, is that the soundtrack, it's awesome, but like it's like right as soon as the song gets to the good part, you move on to the next room, and it's like, oh man, they should have made that song play just a little bit longer. You know what I mean? That is a complaint that I have. Is that the soundtrack is too good.
Yeah.
But it's going back to what you said about beat 'em ups and stuff. I'm not a huge fan either of beat 'em ups, but they really nailed this one overall.
Yeah, I think the beat 'em up genre as a whole isn't always has the most gameplay, and I feel like
there's not very much variance you can do with that.
I feel like that was a minor complaint I had about this game, in that while you had all kinds of crazy abilities that you figured out, like, oh, maybe this becomes a dominant strategy to hit this combination. Well, I don't think that's necessarily a flaw, since you consistently get new abilities that you can potentially weave in. It did feel like at some points where it's like, okay, I learned that I have to go like this, chain these attacks together, and then that kind of screwed up. I don't want to say screwed up, but it just kind of felt like sometimes I would just get in
the habit of just doing that over and over again.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's the way of every single beat 'em up.
Yeah, I guess that's probably true.
Another thing too is you use money in the game to unlock power-ups, and it seems like the way the game handles the money is really harsh.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but it is very harsh.
Yeah, as soon as you die, you lose like half your money or so. And you really need that money to buy power-ups and health items and everything. And then near the end of the game, whenever you get like really strong and you have all these power-ups,
you have too much money.
You just have too much money, and then you don't have anything to spend it on. And it's like, oh well, I guess we just have everything now, and we can just blow through the game. It almost gives like a backwards difficulty curve almost, where the very end just felt really easy compared to everything up to it.
But yeah, overall, it was just a fun, cute presentation, decent take on the classic idea.
Yep, it's River City at heart.
All right, that's all the time we have this time, and
see you next week. Farewell.